What is happening, everybody? Today is July 19th, 2025, and we are going to be getting into some of the puppy drafts. So if you guys are new here, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, y'all, welcome in. As I said before, I am your host, KG here, coming at you with another day of drafting for best ball contests on Underdog Fantasy. If y'all have not already signed up for Underdog Fantasy, make sure y'all go do that. Use the code that is listed below in the banner down below there, and they will match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $1,000. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh my feed here, as we did make another little deposit this week. Best Ball Mania, we haven't entered into any of these yet. I don't think I'm probably going to. Just not the type of contest for me. The Sprint, the Marathon, the Eliminator, haven't really done any of those yet either. The Badge Bros Brawl, I might do a little bit of those. We'll see. These 150 contests, I'm not like super keen on doing, just because I can't really get a bunch of the 150s done. I just don't have the time, simply put. So I try to do as much as I can, just to fire as many shots as I can. As you can see from the puppy too, we haven't really gotten to fire that many shots at it. So we got 6 people in the contest, waiting on 6 more. So if you guys want to join, make sure y'all do so. I am going to go ahead and post a link as well on Twitter, just to make sure that I am up to date. Oh, crap. That is not what I wanted to post. 1 second. Okay. And then let me get the link here for my live stream, and then we can go from there. So we should be good after this. Copy and paste in here. Got it. All right. So we start off with the number 11 pick. Not too bad. I kind of like these later picks this year. I'm starting to figure out that I'm getting quite a bit more of them, though. But I feel like I've been getting the late pick a lot recently, so I feel pretty comfortable drafting from the later spots. But yeah, how's everybody's 4th of July? I know it's been a little while since I've been live again, but it's been about a week or so, and we'll kind of review kind of the bigger drafts that I did. I wanted to make sure I got them in, and I couldn't stream them, so I wanted to make sure that I got them in, but I can review the results for those. Before we start this draft, I can kind of show you real quickly here. I did manage to get in a couple Bulldog entries. We got the Dalmatians done. I did upload one of my drafts for the Dalmatians. The Bulldogs, I didn't get those uploaded because I just simply put did not have time to stream them. So I had time to draft them. I was out of the house a little bit. I just didn't have the time to stream them. So that's kind of why I did not stream those. I just wanted to make sure I got them in. That contest was gone within like a day, within 24 hours. So I wanted to make sure that I got those in. And yeah, so I just wanted to make sure I got them in, and I got them in. So I built some inconvenience, some not so normal teams, I guess some would say. But we'll see what happens, because I really like the format of it, with 3 teams advancing in that first pod. And then you have a 33% chance in the second pod, and then the last pod is still a 25% chance. I really like that format quite a bit. And this is probably a guy who I've been clicking quite a bit more than the field. I have like 16% of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's significantly too low. I think he's probably where Puka should be. He should be drafted right after Puka for me. He goes BTJ Genty. Can't really blame him here. We're going to flip the board here. I've been trying to do this a little bit more with a little bit different people just to try to do something different. We're going to go Bucky Irving here and see what happens. A Bucky Irving, Amon-Ra start, just to do something kind of a little bit different than the typical. I do think I'm not a huge Bucky Irving guy, but I don't have a lot of him, so I do want to see if I can make some teams out of him that I get with guys that I like, and see what happens. Maybe Bucky Irving hits and he sticks with the spot. Who knows? We'll see. But Bucky Irving is a guy that I'm not really huge on drafting, but I like flipping the board, so we'll see what happens. 0. What the fuck? Here he comes. Here he comes already. As long as I take Matthew Golden, it'll be fine, right? As long as I get Matthew Golden. How you going to invite us than being a draft already? The draft like Snapfield, Ant. The draft Snapfield. I don't know what you want me to say. I tried. I'm getting into more than one, so I'll be in like 3 tonight. So it's not. I mean, hey, the draft Snapfield. Let me live. Let me live. Let me live. Let me live. Come on. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Reed Dobbs, Golden, my boy. Hey, as long as I take Jordan or God bless Romeo Dobbs over both, right? Romeo Dobbs over both. My portfolio says that though. We'll click on it real quick. I'll show you this real quick because I know this is gonna make you mad. Oh, I actually have more Golden now. It wasn't like this at first. It definitely was not like that. So I've been taking Golden the last couple days. So I guess that's the influence you have. Am I right or am I right? Back out and start over. If only that worked. Dude, Underdog needs to drop another contest that's like a $50 to $75 entry because I hate these $5 entry leagues. I hate them. The sheer volume that you have to do to drop to give yourself a good chance here. It's just, I don't have the time to do it anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. Sure, you can send me notifications. Yeah, but Lloyd fighting for RB2 is not ideal. It's fine, but Wilson is worth mixing in. I've been mixing in Emmanuel Wilson some. I actually like Emmanuel Wilson a little bit more than Lloyd. I might be in the minority of that opinion, but I kind of like Emmanuel Wilson a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Wilson's trusted by the team. He actually showed good signs last year. Had some moments, believe it or not, last year that I firmly believe he could be a good asset last round. Yeah, I'm Wilson over Lloyd. Lloyd had a bad break and somebody took advantage of it, and that's just how it goes sometimes in the NFL. That's just how it goes. With this pick, Breece Hall still sitting here. Kyron's still sitting here. We're gonna go Amarion Hampton. Huge Amarion Hampton fan this season. I think the Chargers really escalate his value, and they really show what he can do this year. The whole Najee thing, I think, kind of isn't a factor for him still, but I do think Amarion Hampton is still a 3-4 turn guy, even with Najee Harris still sitting there. So it's kind of where I'm at with it. And for this next pick, I'm going to struggle not to go Xavier Worthy. I'm going to struggle quite a bit. I know some people, the big argument right now is Rashee Rice like the pick or is it not? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I still would rather click Rashee Rice than Worthy, but it's tough because we don't know what's going on with Rashee Rice as far as the sentencing goes. Well, as far as the amount of games he's going to miss, we don't know that yet. Packers Insider. Is that it? Reporting live from Titletown. Oh boy. This guy thinks the Packers are going to go win a Super Bowl, huh? Well, I hate to rudely break your heart, but I don't see that being the case. I'm going to put on some copyright-free music just to have something kind of lo-fi chill, just have something in the ear. So, I think personally as a Broncos fan, I think the Broncos could do some see teams through the season. We'll see. I think the Broncos are a very legitimate team. I think they're a weapon or two away on offense, and their defense. I don't really think I need to talk about much about their defense. Coaching staff wise, we're great. So, I feel really good about our future. I would not say that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I thought we were in the epitome of death for a lot of decades to come, but we've managed to claw our way out pretty fast from Russell Wilson, which is pretty incredible, all things considered. Tough defense is legit. Yeah, the defense is pretty legit in Denver. I mean, it always is. I feel like we always turn something from nothing, pretty much. The draft, we went, corner again, secondary, whatever you want to say. We went secondary again, which, I mean, initially I wasn't a fan of. Was he the best player available? Sure. But I'm kind of tired of this best player available stuff when it's always defense. We never get the offensive guys that we need. We did make an upgrade with Evan Ingram at tight end. Obviously, that's going to be a huge one. Sutton is another year improved with Bo Nix. We obviously got RJ Harvey, which if you've been on this channel a little bit now, you know that I'm not an RJ Harvey fan at all. I don't love RJ Harvey, but I'm glad we got Dobbins because I actually like Dobbins a lot. So Surtain locking down Worthy, my boy. I mean, yeah, Surtain is amazing, dude. Surtain locks down anybody in the league. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the video or not, but there was a video of like Justin Jefferson. I think it was Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, or Terrell Owens, and like I don't know who the other one was, but they were all like working on release drills or whatever. And they were talking about Pat Surtain, and Jamar was like, dude, that dude is just going to bump you off the line. And then one of the old guys is like, no, you're just going to do one of these quick moves where it's like, do. And then Jamar's like, no, he's on that. He literally sits on everything. And I guess the old guys are not given the credit that Surtain is that good in comparison to what the guys are out there currently, the elite to the elite. But like, it is what it is. I think the Surtain hype is pretty warranted. I'm taking Jennings. And I haven't been a Jennings guy all offseason, and I'm going to talk about Juwan Jennings a little bit. The pup list with Pearsall, I think, drives his price down quite a bit. I think Pearsall is a very good buy right now. However, I do think you have to warrant some truth to that pup list, that maybe it's just a next year play with Pearsall. Obviously, he's 25. I get that. Ayuk's 27, and I get that too. It's pretty hard to say he is a next year play, but from like a dynasty standpoint too, it's kind of like you got to think of these guys as assets, and maybe, just maybe, next year is their year rather than this year. So that's kind of where I'm at with that team. They're a tough receiving room to judge right now. I want to get one of them. I just don't know which one of them I want at this point. I think right now the highest exposed guy I have is easily Ayuk. I think that's the cheapest one, and I think that's my reasoning behind it. He's just the easiest to get to. Ayuk's my second highest owned receiver across all, drafts. And then you come way down, and you'll see in my Pearsall. I'm trying to get my Pearsall ownerships up. It's not as high as I'd like it to be, but now is a good time to buy Pearsall because he got placed on the pup, and this is a good time to buy. Jennings, I obviously have very little of. Not a big Jennings guy, but I think he's got potential. I mean, especially with Pearsall now being on the pup, you kind of have to buy into the fact that Jennings, there's a real opportunity for him to be a wide receiver one. So, let's see. I don't like none of those guys this year. No Rice, no Harvey, or Dobbins. I get it. I totally get it. I'm not on the Harvey train. I was on the Dobbins train when he was at 190. I have quite a bit of Dobbins 190. I was just taking him when he was a free agent. So that's where I got a lot of my Dobbins exposure. Where he's at now, I probably wouldn't take him at all, just because I had 25 to 30% at some point of Dobbins of just straight up taking him, pick 180, 190. I have plenty of him, so I don't need to get more. Rice, like I said, Rice is like my third highest owned guy. I just think you're getting a wide receiver one down the stretch, and I think that's huge, especially if you get him in the fourth round. Now, I get the risk that you're taking, but at the same time, let's be honest with ourselves. Rashee Rice and Ted McMillan, Rasheed Rice, DK Metcalf. Like if he's going around these guys, I will happily take my gamble. I don't know. It's a time box. Who cares? Yeah. I mean, if you're getting Dobbins at 190, it's tough to like justify taking him at 110, 120, especially when you had him that much already. Because you were just taking him as I hope he signs to a team and gets time on the field kind of play. And now he's actually going to get time on the field and play. So that was like my read on that situation. Was a hope to God he gets signed somewhere that he can maybe be the lead back. And there's definitely a world of outcomes, especially with how I feel about RJ Harvey, that J.K. Dobbins is the RB1 there in Denver. What the fuck? Make me quit. What's up, Stars? How we doing, man? How we doing? Welcome in. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a real world where that happens. And injuries always happen too with running backs. So, there's a world where that happens too. Make them score. That somebody definitely thought my name was that the first time like I entered the Discord. People were like they actually said that's what they thought. I think Downs. I'm gonna go grab him here as well. Hopefully we get a Mecca Igbukah. This guy has 4 running backs. I'm not really sure what he's doing, and he's got Rice, Thomas. That's kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. That is a nasty team. Not in the good way either. Not in the good way whatsoever. Let's queue up a couple. Igbukah, come on home. So we start off Bucky Irving, Amarion Hampton, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Jawan Jennings, Chris Olave, Josh Downs, and Emeka Igbukah. Pretty solid, I'd say, overall. What the fuck? What's up, Nick? How we doing? Nick, I tuned into one of your streams. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel. So I had to tune in one of the streams, I think it was a couple nights ago. Kind of sat in silence, but when the Nick guest, hey, I mean, I'm down whenever. I'm down whenever. I mean, if y'all want to join in, I'm down whenever. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's cool with me. I mean, we can get something together. Nick, do you have Twitter? I'm pretty sure you probably do. But hold on. Let me 1 sec. There we go. Get me on Twitter. And then we can collab it and figure it out. I think my Twitter's in the description as well, but it doesn't hurt to put it here again. I stream on Twitch also, so like sometimes I don't even be catching myself on stream for YouTube. I go to Twitch. I think that's all I do. Where sometimes I stream for YouTube, sometimes I stream for Twitch. So kind of varies, depending on the day, what I'm feeling. If I want to listen to this copyright-free music or not, that's kind of mostly it. But clock blowing up. Trick. What are you doing, Stars? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What are you saying, bro? So I gotta know what are y'all's favorite contests? You guys mess with the $5 entries and like 50 entries, and you guys like the ones that are like 5 to 10 entries and they're like $50. When the Stars guest, Nick, Stars don't want it. Oh shoot, Stars on a stream would be historical. Stars on a stream would definitely be a historical day for the best ball community. Definitely would be. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn on my light. It makes me look a lot prettier, Makes me look good for the camera. 107 Quinshon Judkins. Wow. Okay. I will happily grab that if he doesn't. Yeah, I will happily grab that. Sadly, Sean 1 stars 0 in the technology battle. Hey man, being an IT guy, this stuff is kind of like second nature for me. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and take Jared Goff here, this next pick, just to pair it up with Amon-Ra, kind of have that stack going. This is nice. If nothing comes from Judkins, I mean, We're looking pretty solid. We're looking pretty solid, man. We're looking pretty solid. We'll take Jared Goff, the Amon-Ra stack. That looks pretty good. It's what the people need. Hey, Stars, you got to figure out the technology stuff, though. Give the people what they want. You know what I mean? Oh, so I got to ask y'all something. So, I am working on making a fantasy football kind of like 2 or 3 minute skit for the Fantasy Flock League. And I need to figure out what I want to do, because I got to figure out something funny to do, because I'm not going to be like, just please put me in your league. Like I gotta figure out something funny to do. So we got to figure out as a collective what I can do to get in, because that would be some amazing content if I could get in. But because I've already talked to Mason a little bit, like outside of like main Discords and stuff. A few, like it's been, I've known Mason for a few years, but like it's just like I don't know what to do. Judkin's either going to be an absolute smash or a heartbreak. I know, Stars. And what really sucks is he's going to be an absolute heartbreaker for me. He's like my second most owned running back. It's either going to be really good or really bad, and I don't know which one. He was my second most owned guy before the whole incident happened. So Samson also was like my 6th or 7th. I was trying to get one Browns running back on almost every team. Absolute smash on a bottom 2 offense. Don't see that. Yeah, I mean, at 107, I feel like it's worth the risk, though. Like, let's be real. Like, are we really thinking that, you know, would you rather have Quinshon Judkins or Tyrone Tracy? That's about where he went. Like, if it's up to me, I'm not taking Tracy over Judkins. I'm not. Like, I'm not taking Dobbins over Judkins. I mean, I'm honestly, I don't know that I'd take Warren over Judkins. That's where it gets a little close, I guess. But, like, I put Judkins more in this Aaron Jones Etienne tier now than the Jalen Warrens of the world. Like, I don't know. That's nasty. But Russ is going to unlock him. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Stroud, I don't really have any stacks for that. We might just take Lawrence for the points. No. We're gonna take Stroud probably for the points. Just pair him up with Schultz and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take Stroud here for the points aspect. It's either him or Lawrence. Bye weeks work out to where I just take Stroud. That's fine. Trey Benson, Ray Davis. I'm probably gonna go Ray Davis here. Yeah, we're gonna go Ray Davis. Cornball update. His favorite contact and Tracy Neighbors are on it. Hey, quit calling my former Broncos a legend, a cornball. Come on. That's that Broncos country let's ride inspirer right there. He's the originator of it. Let's be real. I'm just being a realist. Man. You making me want to draft some cornball now? Hey, I mean, you want to go draft some Russell Wilson? I can show you some Russell Wilson deep ball highlights when he was in Denver. Let me show you some of that. I'm gonna hop in another one after this, though. I'm definitely gonna hop in another one after this. I want to make sure that I get at least a couple in today, 2 or 3. We'll see. We'll see where the stream leads it. You know, if we end up getting 3, we get 3. If we get 2, we get 2. We'll see how we're feeling after 2. But I'm definitely gonna do at least 2. Weekly winners ass click. Hyatt, you've been hyping up Hyatt. Oof. Now Hyatt is a guy that's just, that dude's value is in the dumps. Oh my gosh. Did I just see Dylan? Wait, I just saw Samson go at 142. Oh heck no. Over Garendo and no. Nah, that's crazy. That is a crazy click. That is a crazy click. I don't know about that one. I'm not there with Samson. I'm definitely not there. I'm at about 160 with him. I'm not there. But hey, good news for me. I didn't click him, so it's a guy I like to get later though. So let's see. Definitely not going to have much of a tight end room. That's okay though. We have a really good RB room. We have a good receiver room. I feel like a good mix here. Let's see. We took Stroud. We're going to probably take one more receiver and be done. Where's Noel? There he is. We want to make sure we get Noel on there. And we want to make sure we get Schultz on there as well. Just to make sure that we kind of get some guys stacked up here. Maybe we can get a Minnesota piece somehow. Last round, I don't know. Get on the other side of the Lions. I doubt it. Not really any worth taking. Other than Naylor, and even Naylor's like last round kind of picks. So I'm probably going to take Noel just to pair him up with CJ. We're making that bet on CJ. We want to make a bet on the offense. So we want to get some guys there. Make sure that we do that. Our tight end one, I'm struggling not to take Kyle Pitts here. The internal struggle and the internal like one more year for me with Kyle Pitts is always an internal battle. I struggle not clicking him. I don't know. I just don't know how things can be worse than they were. So, 600 yards, 1,000 yards. I just feel like things can be better, especially with Penix there and a little bit improved team overall. I don't know. I think things can be better there. We'll put it that way. I think I might click one more running back here. I kind of want to. We're going to click one more. We're going to click one more because it feels so good. Jalen Wright, one of my favorite clicks on the board at that spot. Be good, boys. Make them quit. That is crazy. I'll smoke you all. Be in the streets later. All right, stars. All right. Special honor. Yeah. I'm probably going to go Hunter Henry just as a play here. It's not a very fun one, but it's still a fun one nonetheless. See, like, how much better? Kyle Pitts is better than Hunter Henry, man. Like, no. I'm sorry. We're doing it. We're doing it as one of the saddest individuals in the community. We're doing it. We're just going to click the Kyle Pitts click because it feels so good to do it. And we're just gonna rock with it, okay? All right. We're just going to rock out with it. And now we're going to pray that we can get a Mason Taylor or Zach Ertz or Gesicki. Any of those three, I'd be happy. I'd be super stacked with myself at tight end. We're definitely going to have 3 tight ends. Running back room, we might get one more. I don't know that we're going to need to force ourselves into one. Let's see. Receiver room, we could use one more guy. It's not necessarily something that I think is necessary, but I do think it could come into handy having another one. Schultz will definitely be on our mind there towards the end. I want to make sure I got guys in the queue that are like that I need to actively look at. I like Jack Besh. Wandale is kind of Pierce, some upside. Wilson, click him a little bit. De'Ami Brown is fine. There's some guys here. There's definitely some guys. Clayton's a really fun one to click. My guy, Keenan Allen. I hope Keenan Allen to the 49ers season, folks. You need to see it. I need to see it. I'm going to stop clicking him until I see something. Because I already have clicked him too much. Probably clicked him more than anybody in the community. Unfortunately. But hey, the risk that I'm willing to take. So, the games we play. I played that game with Zeke and I lost. I played the game with Dobbins and it looks like I won that one. So we'll see what happens. I mean, these are the games we play. Let's see. So far, we've got Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, Bucky Irving, Amarion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, Ray Davis, Jalen Wright, Monroe St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Jawan, Chris Olave, Josh Brown, Emeka Egbuka, and Kyle Pitts. Let me know if the music's too loud also. I'm going to turn it down a little bit on my side because it is a little loud in my ear. So maybe a little bit loud for you guys. I don't even know if y'all can hear the music. It is what it is. Let's see. If we could go Jalen Knoll, Mason Taylor back to back, that'd be that'd be kind of what we ideally would want to do here. And another receiver. And then we have like the tight end pick. And then our last pick is probably going to be running back. So we're going to go Knoll. Pretty solid receiver room, I'd say, overall. Let's go ahead and take Mason Taylor in the hopes that we can get him. Jonnu Smith's an interesting pick just because I do think that he is way too cheap. But I also don't really think – I think Mason Taylor's upside outweighs that a little bit more, especially if we're going to take Schultz there at the end. I think the upside of Taylor is a lot better to have as an option. So Mason Taylor. All right, we did get our guys that we wanted there. Pretty solid. We got Kyle Pitts, Mason Taylor as our tight end room. Pretty good, I'd say, so far. I actually kind of like this team a lot. Our quarterbacks are kind of boring. Goff and Stroud. I mean, that's not going to like win you any weeks, but I don't think it's going to lose you any weeks either. So that's pretty good at least to know from your quarterback room. You could go quarterback if you really want to. You could take a Sam Darnold, but even that doesn't really make much sense. Daniel Jones, we could do that and take a chance on him being with Josh Downs. Although I think it's Anthony Richardson that's going to be the quarterback there at the end of the season, anyways. I think it's going to be him. Shuck, we could pair him up with Chris Olave. That's another thought that we could have instead of another running back. But I think we need another running back to support the Judkins pick. I get it. It's not going to be a lot, but go ahead and take these guys off the board. I'm not going to click Justice Hill in this draft. I've clicked Justice Hill enough to where I feel okay about it. Terrence Ferguson, if we don't get Dalton Schultz, sounds great to me. Let's go look here at running backs and see kind of what we like. And yes, I do this quite often. I scroll down just to see what's here. Give myself some ideas of what I could take and what I shouldn't take. Let's see. Emmanuel Wilson. We were just talking about him. Ty Johnson, I'm okay with. Let's see. Devin Neal. Okay with that as well. These are just guys that I really am just scrolling down and seeing what happens with them. Let's see. Audric, Estime. No thanks. Not really a lot of scroll down options, I feel like, at running back. Damian Martinez is somewhat interesting, I guess. Like I said, there's not really that many a lot. Khalil Mullings, I feel like he could have a role. That's really about it. Like, there's just not that many good running backs to scroll down and click, especially in these rooms. I think we have just about everybody on the board here that we'd want to click. I don't think I'm a Kareem Hunt clicker this year. Let's see. Ja'Cory. I don't know why. I mean, I get Ja'Cory Krosky, but I don't really know why he's like up this high. I'd rather click Devin Neal. I think we might just make the Devin Neal click. We could do that. Do the Devin Neal click and just get Tyler Shuck click. But that's not enough. That's not enough tight end depth. We need the Dalton Schultz click as well. So we have to have the Dalton Schultz click. So I guess it doesn't matter if we take Devin Neal or not. Ty Johnson, I think, is going to be a little bit more standalone value. We already have Ray Davis. So I think that kind of rules him out by default. Yeah, I think we can go either Keaton Mitchell or Devin Neal. And I think we're going to make the bet on that running back being Keaton Mitchell. We're going to go Schultz here. Darren Waller, still sitting there. Sitting pretty, by the way. All right, so the final click hopefully will be Keaton Mitchell. If not, it'll be Devin Neal, most likely. So we go Stroud and Goff, Bucky Irving, Amarion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, Ray Davis, Jalen Wright, Keaton Mitchell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Jawan Jennings, Chris Olave, Josh Downs, Emeka Egbuka, Jalen Noel. And then tight end room, we have Kyle Pitts, Mason Taylor, and Dalton Schultz. See what happens. I mean, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens in that Kyle Pitts era. All right, so that's the end of that draft. Let's go ahead and hop into another one. I'll give you guys a little bit here, or try to. Literally snap filled again. Literally snap filled instantly. So can't blame me for trying to get you guys in a room. You know, I tried. I did. I truly did. So I'm trying out here. I'm trying. Literally snap filled again. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. Oh well. We get the pick 9 spot now. Pick 9. Like I said, I think the ends of these drafts are kind of nice. Phillies beat the heck out of my Angels, of course. Shocker. Not surprised in the slightest. The Angels suck, man. The Angels are so bad. It's ridiculous, man. I'm so tired of the Angels. I'm so tired of like having to look at the Angels just be horrible all the time. It gets old. It truly does. It gets old. Saquon Barkley 101. Jefferson 102. Wow. So the dude at 103 gets Jamar Chase. Now that's new. That is bold strategy there. I mean, we will see what happens. We will see what happens with that, but that's a bold move right there. I'm not a move I'm willing to make. Put it that way.
Victor, he's going.
We are 110% going to put it that way. Not a move I'm willing to make. But maybe I just don't know anything, you know? Maybe I just don't know ball. Picking a coup off the board. We're going to go and take Nico. The big Nico Collins. I have enough neighbors to where I feel like Nico needs to kind of balance out here. I want to have about the same amount as Nico as I do Malik. So, and Amon-Ra, I already said how I feel about him. So, if he does not double tap Amon-Ra BTJ here, he's dumb. Like, that is the most fun start ever. No way you don't tap Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? There's absolutely no way you don't tap him. Wow. Okay. Let me get Nico Amon-Ra, please. Please? I'm begging. I'm on my hands and knees begging. Dang it. Shoot. All right, well, that sucks. Nico Collins and Ladd McConkey. We're going to get those guys paired up for the Week 17 stuff. I'm surprised more people haven't done that. I don't really see it done quite often, but you kind of got to reach for it, so I get it. But I don't think Ladd McConkey is necessarily a bad pick. I don't know how much worse he is than, say, A.J. Brown. I mean, I really don't know how much worse he is. I haven't got a lot of Ladd McConkey, but when I do get him, it's usually doing something with Nico or something with the Texans. Looks like today's going to be a Texans day where I just take C.J. Stroud in both drafts and call it a day. I don't know how to feel about that because I don't necessarily love Houston, but I think they're fine. They're middle of the road kind of offense, I would say, especially with their O-line the way it is. KG. I don't know what YouTube channel this is, but what's going on? What is happening? Y'all are new. Make sure y'all drop a thumbs up as well. Helps me grow, so would be greatly appreciated if y'all could do that for me. So, I want to see something. Am I in a draft with? No, I'm not. Okay. For a second there, I saw Mason was live. And I was like, am I in a draft with Mason? But no, I'm not. Close. Because he's about in the same spot I am. Are we sure? Hold on. Yeah, we're not. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. All right, so we got Nico Ladd. Let's see what we can do here. Chase off the board. Chase Brown. Tyreek Hill's kind of falling here. He's a faller. Terry. Does that say Aaron Rodgers? What? Okay. This guy knows ball. This guy knows ball. What can I say? He knows ball. Got to get a screenshot of that one. That's a ball knower right there if I've ever seen one. All right, Josh Allen. Trey McBride. Let me just go ahead and grab the value and move on. Huge value on Trey McBride. Easily will take that. Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, Trey McBride. That's, wow. Okay. Happily will take that. Happily will take that. Tat McMillan, George Pickens. What is happening in this room? George Pickens over these guys? Rashee Rice, Kyron. We're just going to take Breece Hall and take the value here. We're just going to keep taking the value. I mean, this works beautifully for me. I mean, getting this kind of a start is phenomenal. Let me just go ahead and take a screenshot of this and let y'all know you can stop drafting now. Let me take a screenshot there and just let y'all know, you can stop drafting. You can stop now. Getting Trey McBride at pick 33 is just such an insane value. Such a good value, though, too. Honestly. Let's see. Let me go to this view. I should probably create a view to where I can get like my logo put up here. I could probably add that real quick. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Sorry. Remove that. Add this. There we go. Okay, that's not at all what I wanted. Let's see. I don't really want it to be a guest, so to speak, but that's not what I want. That's not really what I want either. I'm not really sure how to do that, but we'll figure it out. Pick 54. Let's see. We got Ridley on the board. We got Rome on the board. We got Travis Hunter on the board. Now, if we're going to go strictly based on what I think can happen here, I think Ridley's one of the better upside plays that there is out there right now. If Cam Ward's good, then I have a really good feeling about it. And, Calvin Ridley could be top 15 kind of guy pretty easily, I would think, this season. We've seen it, and I really like Calvin Ridley and what his profile brings. So we will see. We will see what happens. But I think what we can do is like edit layout. I'm so sorry if this looks weird, but okay. So no, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. It just doesn't work. So we'll figure that out at some point. Let's see. Honestly, taking Kamara here feels really good. Like, we're getting huge values that are just sliding to me, and I don't know how they're sliding because it's not really making a whole lot of sense here. Like, Travion gets reached. Harvey is fine. Like, there's some definite slippers. I'm definitely more than fine with this team. This is a really good team. So, it's a good start. Really good start. I also don't know if y'all heard, but the Cowboys made a league-breaking signing. They signed Tyler Boyd. Don't know if y'all heard that, but great signing from the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Kind of reading here on Twitter real quick just to see what's there, if anything's there. I don't think there really is, but can we play Dex? Okay, I know who this is. No, we can't. We're gonna go to this view. So there we go. Looks better. Looks much better. Looks cleaner. All right, so we got Jennings still sitting there at 78. Dude, if Jawan Jennings falls to us, we have to click him. Like, what is going on? This is gross. I'm just going to go ahead and queue him up. Like, I'm clicking one of these two. I don't care which one I click. Jennings at pick 79 is crazy. Honestly, we're taking the value. If Godwin plays, this is an exceptional freaking draft. If Godwin plays week 1, unreal draft. Is Baker gone? No, Baker's still on the board. We have Kyler. We're probably going to get Kyler Murray just to pair with McBride. This is an unbelievable draft, though. Let's be real. This is a really, really good start. Especially for a slight reach on Ladd. Like, kind of makes me wonder what would have happened if I didn't do that and just took best available maybe and went Drake London or Bucky. One of those two. But it is what it is. Igbuka's off the board. That leaves me with one player to buy here, and that's going to be Mr. Kyler Murray. Yeah, we're going to buy Kyler here, and then we can get CJ later. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a really fun team. I can see that coming now. You got Brees, Kamara, Nico, Ladd, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Trey McBride, paired up with, like I said, Kyler Murray. Solid start. I can't really be mad at this start either. Let's see. This is a really nice team. I'll be honest. Really nice team thus far. Judkins at pick 93. We just got him at like 100 and something, so. Cooper Kupp off the board. Mahomes off the board. Marvin Mims, pick 96. Is that not a little early? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I mean, I guess get your guys. If that's what you want to do. Baker Mayfield. I don't really know what this dude is doing. I'm not really sure. That guy is an interesting player. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but it is what it is. Sometimes, you just do it. Bo Nix is off the board. Jordan Mason's off the board. Dude, Michael Pittman and Jaden Higgins are there. Oh, man. This is going to be tough not to click Jaden or Pittman. If I have to pass on them, if either one of them fall to me. Like, this guy's already got 6 receivers. Like, yeah, I got one of them to fall to me. That's crazy. I'm hoping that it's Pittman. I mean, Pittman or Higgins, man. Like, we're going to go Pittman, man. Like, that's an insane value for Pittman. Like, everybody that I'm getting is an extreme fall. Like, I don't know why they're falling, but they are. At this price, like, I'm happily taking those. The running back room is a little thin. I will give it that, but it's okay. It's not to the point where I'm just sitting here panicking about it. Luther Burden off the board. Dak Prescott off the board. J.K. Dobbins. I mean, dude, if Tracy just falls in my lap here, that's kind of crazy. I'm just okay. I was about to say this is really lining up to be one of the most perfect drafts in the history of drafting ever. We could go Ladd McConkey and Trey Harris. I think I'd rather take the CJ Stroud upside though. Actually, no. Screw it. We're gonna take Trey Harris. We're gonna go ahead and buy into that Chargers offense the way that people probably wouldn't. So go ahead and take a Herbert in a little bit, and then we could go ahead and figure out running backs after this. So I think we got 2 really solid running backs here with Brees and Kamara. In our receiver room, we might be done at receiver. Honestly, we very easily could be done there. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like it is done, but it very easily could be. I will say that much. It's pretty crazy. This room has been a little bit weird. That says Roman Wilson at pick. Okay. This guy is just buying the whole Pittsburgh Steelers team. Nice. I mean, I guess. I guess if that's what you want to do, throw away $5 and just, that's fine. Caleb Johnson. He didn't get Caleb Johnson, though. He didn't get the probably best Steeler that you could get at that price either. That's nasty. That is nasty. You get a 101, and this is how you choose to spend it. Crazy times we live in. Crazy times. This guy goes Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. Like, I just don't get that. Like, I truly don't understand that. Like, what is the point? Njoku falls? We're going to take Njoku here because that is just monster value. No real reason for any of these guys to go Herbert at all. As soon as I say it, no real reason at all for any of them to go Herbert. What do? Click Herbert. That really sucks. So we got the Chargers double with no Herbert. That really sucks. I love people in these rooms sometimes. Literally just, Jesus. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. We don't need him to succeed anyways. Then they take Stroud? Oh my god, dude. Well, now we're really stuck. We have no real Green Bay weapons here. Can't take Kraft. I guess we wait. We wait on Cam Ward. That's like probably the best bet here. And go like Trey Benson. Buy a little bit more of the Cardinals. That's probably our best bet. Get Cam Ward in the queue. That kind of sucks. So I was really hoping to get Herbert there. Oh well. Is what it is. Our tight end room's done. We have McBride. We have Njoku. We don't need anybody else. Receiver room, we have Nico, Ladd, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Trey Harris. We were really hoping to get Herbert, but we didn't get him. It is what it is. We have Kyler Murray paired up with McBride and Benson. Hopefully we can get somebody, on the Bengals side of things on that game, like Gesicki or something. We don't need a tight end, though, so maybe we just don't. Maybe we just play it the one side. That's an option. So that just sucks because we really wanted Herbert to get that stack, but we didn't get it, so it is what it is. Dang it. Quentin Johnston off the board. I mean, dude, like that dude with Herbert really just took him naked, bro. That's crazy. Just took J-Herb just naked. Like, I'm just stunned. It is what it is, I guess. Somebody take Cam Ward? And I just wasn't. Okay, no. He's right there in front of my face. What am I saying? Oh, we're just going to reach for him and get him, make sure that we get him. We're not reaching super ahead of ADP here, but like I said, I think a third quarterback could be in play here, potentially. It's a potential that it could be in play. Actually, if we go Bryce Young here, it makes a little bit more sense. Just going to do it. We're going to take Bryce, and then we'll go Cam, and then we'll try to see if we can get a weapon or two from the Panthers. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. I know Legette's gone, but you can get Thielen, you can get Coker. You can get one of those guys later. So, I mean, maybe. We'll see what happens. I also know, I'm kind of looking at my cheat sheet here, that the Panthers, week 17, will be playing the Seattle Seahawks. So we don't really have any Seahawks, but not a terrible opponent to have week 17. Tennessee is playing Indy, or New Orleans, I mean, so we can get that kind of New Orleans-Tennessee game kind of going. So it's kind of the hope here is to see what happens with that. We get our last quarterback here in Cam Ward, and then we kind of take running backs probably from here out, I would have to say. So I think now we just take running backs from here out, and we call it a day. I mean, the team looks pretty good. We got, 4 rounds left? 4 picks, I mean. Yeah, 4 picks. I think 3 of those are running backs at the very minimum. So, stacks are overrated anyway. I mean, yeah, but like when you take two Chargers, you kind of want to get the Herbert stack with it. So, you kind of want to get it anyways. But it is what it is, I guess. We got so much value here anyways. I'm not sweating it. I mean, we got Godwin at pick 81. Pittman at 105, Trey Harris at 112. Then you come up here and we got Breece Hall 6 picks passed. We got Kamara at 64. We got a lot of good value here anyways. McBride 7 picks passed. Njoku almost 10 picks passed. Like, we got a lot of good value anyway, so I'm not going to complain about it, the value that we did get. So we're lucky to have 2 stud RBs on this team. That's all I'm going to say, because it allowed me to kind of vary out a little bit more here. If we can get some of the guys we like here at running back, Roshan being one, Dowdle, Miles Sanders, at least take a flyer on that. You know, they're running thin on running backs, I'm seeing. So this guy here literally has the whole Steelers roster. I'm serious, too. This dude got a 101 and got blessed with it. And he goes Saquon, Aaron Rodgers in the 2nd round, Xavier Worthy, DK Metcalf, Zay Flowers, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, then reaches on Marvin Mims, then gets Baker with nobody, no stacks, then takes Pat Freiermuth and Roman Wilson, then Darnell Washington. Like, I don't really understand what this dude's thought process is. I don't know what kind of game he's playing, but it's not a winning one. Not a winning one whatsoever. What's up, Shane? Hope all is well. Though with you. Having 3 running backs at this point, though, it really feels like this is a 3-7-6-2 build almost. I don't know that we have to go 7 running backs. I think we'd rather have 7 receivers just to add to the depth. I don't know that we need a third. We don't need a 3rd tight end. I know that for certain. We have our quarterback room in shape. Our running back room needs help. It just depends on who we get at running back, I think, is the big one. Go ahead and take Rico. See if we can get maybe some stuff out of him. I do think there's a chance that Chuba Hubbard maybe takes some regression steps backward, and we see some Rico Dowdle. You know, we'll see. But I do think there's definitely that case to be made. Let's see. Devin Neal. I'm just going to mark down some of the guys I like to scroll down and click sometimes just to make sure I have them queued, ready to go. Where's Keaton Mitchell at? I need him on there as well. There we go. Those are just some of the guys I like to scroll down and click. Ty Johnson, I feel like, is extremely underrated for what he is. I mean, 400 yards, man. If you can get 400 yards out of some of these guys, like, you know, that's beautiful. Justice Hill, like, 400 yards and like 4 tutties, like that's really good. Honestly, like that's great value to me. Miles Sanders is taking 1st team reps. There's been talks about Jaden Blue kind of looking lazy, not so great, which I'm not too shocked about. You know, somebody's got to win that running back job. Is it going to be pretty? No, but Miles Sanders is the cheapest guy in that room. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. I don't love the click, but he's the cheapest guy in the room and somebody's got to win it. So why not him? It could be him. It could not be. Who knows? What I've been saying. Hey, man, I mean, I don't love Miles Sanders by any stretch of the imagination, but Blue's the most overrated rookie. I mean, there's been bad reports on him just saying that he's been really lazy and not really putting in the work. So there's that, like, yeah, I mean, too lazy to report. Like, they're just not good reports coming out. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, I think he's a special teams guy. So maybe he's just so good that his production outdoes it, but he wasn't even that great in college either. So, you know, it is what it is. But I don't even think he was that great in college either, my personal opinion. Yeah, they'll get somebody new next year. I mean, Javonte could be the guy this year. I mean, I think simply put that we're going to watch Dak Prescott throw the ball 600 times. I that's what I see happening. You know, that's what I'm saying will happen most likely. Because Dak is going to throw the ball more than anybody in the NFL. Not name the Bengals. So, and honestly, they might throw the ball more than the Bengals. You know, I just think the Cowboys defense can keep them in games a little bit better than the Bengals defense can. So that's the only reason I say that. Dude, why is Jalen Knowles still there, bro? Oh my gosh. Alec Pierce is still there too. Like, I might just have to say naked Bryce for the value. I mean, I'm seeing Luke McCaffrey go off the board over Jalen Nolan, De'Ami Brown. Like, no. No way, dude. I'm just going to do it, bro. Like, De'Ami Brown at this price, like, that is an extreme misprice. Same with Noel, same with Alec Pierce. Like, those guys are way ahead of Isaac Tesla. Like, Isaac Tesla's not even probably seeing the field this season. Let's be honest with ourselves. Like, Jesus, man. Noel. Yeah, I like Jalen Noel. De'Ami Brown, in my opinion, is super, super solid for especially a team that I think is really going to rebound this year. I'm watching Krosky Merritt, Taj Brooks, Woody. Like I don't know what I'm watching in this room. This is a weird room, but it's allowed me to get a lot of value. We're going to do another one. Definitely going to do another one if y'all want to hop in. The value right now is too good. We're going to go our guy, Justice Hill. You know, there's the team. I mean, overall, I think we did really well. Kyler, Bryce, Cam Ward, Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Trey Benson, Rico Dowdle, Miles Sanders, Justice Hill, Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Trey Harris, De'Ami Brown, Trey McBride, and David Njoku rounded it out. It's one of the better teams, I think, that I have seen. I'm not just saying it because it's mine. There was a lot of good value in that draft. I need a room like that again. So we're going to go ahead and enter one more. We got 4 people that we're waiting on, so we do have some spots. That's a good at least. At least we got some. We didn't snap fill this time. Usually I've been snap filling. As soon as I join, they just fill. All right. We're full. I should have probably waited on Mason to see if I could have got Mason's, but oh well. Is what it is. All right, so we got Chris. Yeah, we got some guys in this room. Well, really, no, we don't. Just Chris. Chris is the only name I really recognize. So. If we can get one with Flock, then we might do it. But if he goes to enter another one, we'll see. If he does, we'll flip over to that draft. So we get the 107. I don't love the 107. This is probably my least favorite spot to draft from this year, just because it's dead smack in the middle, and you're basically praying that 2 of these guys up here are idiots, and you can get one of the values. Because I am not a Christian McCaffrey. I will literally not. I'm just not drafting Christian McCaffrey. Like, I'm just not doing it. Like, I'd rather take Achane. I'm just not doing it. Chase, Jefferson. Off the board. Cody Bellinger just hit a home run for those that care about baseball. Shout out Cody Bellinger in the fantasy baseball team. Even though I had a pretty poor first day back from All-Star break. Let's see. Yeah, pretty poor first day back, to say the least. So yeah, nobody's an idiot in the first 5. So now we're kind of cooked. Because Gibbs is probably going to go, and we're cooked. Because Chris is not an idiot. Unless he likes McCaffrey, which, I mean, there's guys out there that do like McCaffrey, so I don't think Chris is one of those that would take McCaffrey over Gibbs, though. Yeah. And I'm not going to be the guy that takes Christian McCaffrey over any of these guys, so I'd rather have the receiver. Probably going to go Puka Nacua here. I'm just not, like I said, I'm not a McCaffrey guy. You'll never talk me into taking McCaffrey much, especially at this price. Like, I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. If he beats me, he beats me. Like, that's how I feel about it. If he wins, if he's the one that beats me this season, he's the one that beats me this season. That's kind of how it feels for me. So, let me see something real quick here. Okay. Nico, Monroe St. Brown. Elite Neighbors still sitting there. It's pretty solid. Pick 11. Wow. Neighbors, Genty. Neighbors, Thomas. That's pretty nice. I would be okay with that start. Thomas goes off the board. Why is dude. Okay, if he takes Neighbors, then this is basically just a Neighbors Henry start. I mean, it's not anything unique. Let's see. Genty off the board. Wow. Monroe Neighbors. I mean, that's beautiful. That's extremely beautiful. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. Okay, so Mason's doing a flock draft, so I don't know that I really want to do that. If you guys want me to, I can, but I'm not so sure I'm really into that. To be honest. I just noticed I was on the clock. I took Ladd. That's who I would have taken anyways. So, the Ladd McConkey night. I'm good with that. It's the last receiver I really wanted anyways. We're kind of getting guys at ADP at this point, so that's not bad. I'm okay with that. I want to see something else here real quick here. We'll see if Mr. Pound is going to get into another one. Looks like he's going to. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what he does. If he does a puppy, then great. Okay, he's doing a BBM. I'm not doing a BBM. I don't have any entries into the BBM. I'm not doing the BBM stuff. So, yeah, I won't be getting into a draft with another creator tonight, unfortunately, is what it is. Not really my cup of tea to be getting into that anyway. Let's see. A lot of running backs going off the board, which is interesting because T. Higgins is falling. Pick 26 here. T. Higgins off the board at 26. Get him with Jefferson. That's pretty solid, honestly. Garrett Wilson off the board. Not a big Garrett Wilson fan. Just personally not. Trey McBride goes off. CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Trey McBride. That's interesting. Interesting little team there. See who Chris takes as his wide receiver 1. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to pass on JSN there, unfortunately. That's super unfortunate for us. We're gonna go. We're probably just gonna go Lamar. Lamar, Puka, Ladd. Let's see. Lamar, Puka, Ladd. Okay. So we got Houston that we could do. We got Green Bay that we could do, and we got Atlanta that we could do. Okay. Breece Hall, Kyron off the board. Tat, Josh Allen falls to the team with 2 running backs, which is, I don't love starting like that, but it's not bad. I mean, Henry, Genty, Josh, I'm just not a fan of starting out like that. Your receiver room is usually pretty trash. George Kittle, and he still doesn't go receiver. He's literally solid everywhere but receiver. I get it though. Like I guess you can play that way, but that's just not how I prefer to play. Dude, 4th round Rashee Rice. Like I'm gonna have so much Rashee Rice probably still. Like it's so hard not to click him in this range. It truly is. I'm gonna force myself not to do it and just take Tet. I'm just gonna force myself not to do it as much as I want to. As much as I would have liked to have clicked Rashee Rice there, I'm forcing myself not to. Let's see how far he drops. I don't know that he's going to go much farther, though. Like 40-something. Like 40 seems right. Rashee Rice had picked 45. And the team around it has Adams, Bucky, Saquon. So if you can get these guys like to stay healthy, Devontae has a decent, serviceable start. You're looking at a really solid team here. Rashee Rice comes out and just does what he normally does, which is the wide receiver 1 production, top 10 kind of guy. You know, that's just an insane kind of start for him. You got to get past the first weeks, though, that he's going to be suspended. Because we do know that he's going to get suspended. We just don't know how long. My guess is 4 games. Some people's guesses are like 6 to 8. Like, I think it's going to be 4 to 6 is more so likely. And then there's going to be an appeal, and it's probably going to take a game off, maybe 2 off. Okay. Jalen Hurts. I don't know why you're reaching here for Joe Burrow. I mean, I guess that's what you want to do. You can do that, but you don't need to do. His ADP really indicates that you don't need to do that anymore. Let's see, who has AJ Brown? Does anybody have AJ Brown? Okay, he just takes naked Hurts. That's fine. I was going to say, if Jalen Hurts just continues to fall, like that's 51 for Jalen Hurts is crazy. I'm kind of hoping that we can just get Chuba Hubbard, but I'm not banking on it. I'd be okay with Kamara too. Or we take Mixon. Yeah, we'll probably go Mixon actually because he fits what the build is a little bit more if we don't get Hubbard. So. Okay. Mixon it is. Because we can do this Lad Mixon thing and kind of go from there instead of Lad Nico, which is fine. I mean, some people probably play it that route too. I haven't played that week 17 out where it's Mixon and Lad, I don't think really much. So it is what it is. Somebody posted that says, I can comfortably say Cam Ward is the least discussed number 1 overall pick that's a quarterback heading into the rookie year in the past 20 years. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Kyle Schwarber hit a grand slam. Nice. All right, so we got Travion Henderson, really good pick. I think we're just going to go Travion Henderson because honestly, that's the best pick here, easily to me. Here's another thing about Jaden Blue that we were talking about earlier. I know we said that we saw that article or whatever, but Dallas Cowboys running back Jaden Blue on Instagram, taking time out of your day to make a fake article about me for attention. They finna film me real soon. Production finna quiet all of it. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. He might actually go crazy. Little Jade and Blue action. Do we take the Jade and Blue in this draft and just go with it? I think we might. We very well might take the Jade and Blue and just go with it. See what happens. You know, what's the worst that could happen, you know? Oh man. Jaden Reed off the board. Matthew Golden back to back. David Montgomery off the board. Get a little 1-2-3 going. A little 1-2-3. I'm okay with a lot of picks here on the board. We're just going to keep clicking downs. We love ourselves some Josh Downs. We don't really need Laporta. I'm not really into the Laporta pick. Mooney off the board. Pacheco. I think our receiver room's pretty solid for the time being. I think we could use another running back pick. We can get Aaron, Pollard, B-Rob, one of those three. That'd be a huge help to the team. B-Rob off the board. Hawkinson off the board. Cooper Kupp over Emeka Egbuka is interesting. I think I'd personally rather take the upside, but what do I know? We might get Aaron Jones here. It'd be kind of nice. Get Aaron Jones at a little discount. Keep it moving. All right. That's fine if he loses goal work. I don't really care if he loses goal line work. That's not Aaron Jones' solid game anyways. It's not what he's known for. So I am more than happy with that. Mahomes and Kyler off the board. Naked Mahomes is kind of interesting. Kyler and then Trey McBride. We have Baker, Bucky. Interesting little team. This will probably be my last draft for the day. I'm gonna show you all this real quick. We have a plan this upcoming week for my fiance and I, and we are going to this place. I don't really care to expose where I'm going. We're going to Nando Steakhouse. It's a new steakhouse that is opening up here. So pretty excited to go here and see kind of what we can get. So new little steakhouse. We'll see what they got. See what they got to offer. Some pretty expensive dinner. So if y'all haven't heard of Nando, shout out Nando. Yeah. All right, so we're up again. We have Etienne, which I'm gonna go Etienne over Judkins. I do like Etienne over him, just because he does get to play immediately. So Travis Etienne, pretty solid player nonetheless here. I think we can get away with taking cheap quarterbacks. Like if we go Stafford and if we go Herbert, Stafford, and Herbert, Stafford, and Bryce. Jeez, I can't talk. That would be fine, I think, for what we're trying to build here. Tight end room, speaking, Warren and Njoku, Kraft, one of those three I'm cool with. As long as I can get one of them. So just make sure we click it out here. So, just my 2 cents. Caleb Williams. KG salad. What are you talking about? Salad, man. Going to a steakhouse and you want me to get a salad? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Hollywood Brown off the board at 110. That's really early. All things considered here. Judkins at 111 is nuts. I'd be cool with I would have been cool taking Judkins. If I would have taken Judkins, that would have been probably my last RB for the draft. Let's see, we got Dak sitting there, which honestly doesn't really fit. Rashad, I'd be okay with Luther or Rashad also. Okay, Luther's gone, so Rashad, I'm not doing that. We're going to go with David Njoku. Once again, I just think Njoku has a lot of upside. I get it, I got him at like 130 last draft, but like I'm not taking a chance of missing out on him. Back to watching this other vid. All right, bro. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. If you guys are new, make sure y'all smash a like. Trying to get my content out there, so helps me grow. If you guys do that for me. Had a couple new subscribers today, so do appreciate y'all hopping in and subscribing. Do appreciate that. We hit 400 subs recently, so that's really cool. Didn't know we'd be there, but we're there. So almost halfway to 1,000. So I know a lot of that's from my gaming content, so makes some sense that I'm there. If you guys watch any of my videos on the gaming side, I mean, I haven't really been posting on there. I don't post there much, so not anymore anyways. I don't really want to. I like doing what I'm doing here. If I get Tucker Kraft here as a flip to the Ravens, that'd be huge. Huge. We'll take it. We'll happily take that. Tucker Kraft on the flip side of the Ravens, on the flip side of Lamar, that's beautiful. We don't have to stack Lamar. I feel like Lamar is one of those guys we just do not have to stack. So that's good for me. I like this. We can always take, there's really no receiving options left that I would like other than Likely. And I could go a third tight end and I'd be totally fine with that. I'm not opposed to it. I think it's actually kind of worth it to do with this team. All things considered. If you can get Likely, it's not very likely that you're going to get him, but you never know. We'll pick 138. There's a chance. Really no running backs that I want necessarily that I have to feel like I take here. I don't necessarily feel like I have to take Isaiah Likely either. So I think really realistically what we're looking at here is we need a receiver. That can wait. I think we can build our running back room up now with like Blue or Benson. Don't really want Tootin. We've already made the bet on Etienne. White, maybe. Somebody of that nature to where it makes some sense. Kincaid off the board. Jordan Love goes off the board here. Naked Jordan Love. We'll probably get like Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks, and play it from there. We'll see. Michael Penix off the board early for Michael Penix. Well, I guess not really, but Bashal Tootin. Kyle Williams is still sitting here, so we might take the upside here swing and Kyle because I feel like he's a really good upside swing kind of pick here. Cedric Tillman off the board. Jake Ferguson. That's probably the only guy I would have taken there too is Kyle Williams. So Dallas Goedert. I'm really happy that I got Njoku and Kraft. There goes Isaiah Likely off the board. I think Likely is more so a next year pick and not a this year pick. Like he feels like a very next year pick to me. Like dynasty wise, he's one of the biggest holds I have. You have him, hold it. Dylan Sampson off the board again at 140 something. Like, I don't love that spot. I just don't. Like, it just feels too early to me, personally. Maybe I'm in the minority for that, but it just feels way too early for me. I think if we just go Bryce Young and pair him up with Tet, we're great. We're good ball. Eckler's off the board. Let's see. Do any of these guys have Panthers that are coming up? Let's see. No. Okay, the guy behind me does now, Chris. We're going to push it and see what happens here. We're going to push it and see what happens. Because worst comes to worst, we got Stafford as well that I'm okay with. I think Garindo was the right choice. We got 2 QBs there that I'm honestly fine with. It sucks that we couldn't get Drake May on this team because we got Travion and we got Kyle. So it kind of sucks that we couldn't get those guys, but it is what it is. I think Mason Taylor would be a good pick for this team too, just for the upside of the last tight end. If we go like Bryce Young and then Mason Taylor next round, and then we just smash it at receiver, I think we're good. This is like a 2-6-6-2 kind of build. Gino pairing up with Besh. Okay, we're going to get one of the guys that we wanted at least. At least we're going to get one of them. I'm going to go Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young and Tet is a really fun duo to have. And I don't think you really need any more than that. Stafford may have been the smarter play, but it's okay. Because of the stability. But if Lamar goes down, this team's pretty well done anyways. So having 2 guys that can have some solid upside here is probably best. I will say if the running backs that are sitting here are still there, I'm probably going to have to go with one of them. Because let's be real, Jalen Wright, Roshan Johnson, like those guys are just on another tier from Braylon Allen, Will Shipley, Jerome Ford, in my opinion. Maybe not necessarily Jerome Ford, but definitely on a different tier than Braylon Allen. Jalen Wright off the board, Michael Wilson off the board. I'm okay with taking Roshan. Stafford, though, 20 picks passed is really nice. We're going to go Roshan. I will say I would have been okay taking Stafford with Puka, but I just don't need a quarterback here. It's not what I need with this team. It doesn't offer me much unless I can get him way past. Like, I'm talking like 30, 40 picks past ADP. It doesn't offer me like what I need it to offer. You know, that's fine with me. If the guy with Devontae Adams wants him, that's fine. And the guy with Devontae Adams didn't even take him. So, you know, I get it. And the guy doesn't have the greatest QB room. You know, he doesn't even have, 2 of his guys unstacked right now. So, totally understandable. We get Mason Taylor here and kind of put him on the other side of the New England game. That'd be nice. Keenan Allen off the board. Trust me, I was right there with this dude. I mean, I used to take Keenan Allen here too, but I'm not on the train right now. I got to stop taking him. I'm at the point where I just have to stop taking him. Mason Taylor. There we go. We got our upside of tight end. Beautiful. All right, so tight end's done. Running back's probably pretty close to done. Quarterback is definitely done. We need to go look at receivers. So we got 3 picks, I believe, remaining, and 2 picks remaining. And we need at least one of them to be a receiver, maybe two, because these 4 here are just not going to cut it. Hopkins is fine. Coker is a unique one that I'm not willing to really go down that rabbit hole. A.D. Mitchell's fine. Ray McLeod, Jalen Naylor. Naylor might be good for the first few weeks, especially with Addison going out. I mean, there's definitely a world where Naylor is a good pick for the first few weeks. And we kind of have it to where we hope Tet kind of move Tet and Kyle can get through the first few weeks and become, developed and get acquainted to the NFL. That's definitely a rabbit hole that we could do. That makes a lot of sense. So I think that might be the hole that we go down here. Tavion Sanders off the board. All right, Fitzmagic. He has 9 receivers. I don't know why he has so many, but Gibbs, Chuba, Swift, Dobbins, Mahomes, Bo Nix. I don't really know where he's going with the Mahomes piece here. This Mahomes piece is just a naked Mahomes. So I guess is fine, but like I said, I think A.D. Mitchell's a pretty solid choice. So is Ray McLeod. So I just think we're going to go with it. A.D. Mitchell. Like I said, we want some upside guys here. Hopkins is sadly gone, so I'm just trying to think of who else we could possibly go with here. Ray is interesting because he's on the opposite side of Puka. It's really about the only one that I'm like super duper interested in, other than Naylor. Naylor is on the other side of the Lions, but I don't really care about that. I just care about the early season stuff with him because I'm going to need him early season, I think, especially for the receiver room I do have here. Let's see. QB-wise, I think we're solid. Let's see. Tolbert. MVS. I mean, Seattle plays Carolina, so that could play in my favor too. Some MVS bombs, which I'm not really huge on it, but Cloud's off the board. I think we're just going to go Naylor. Naylor makes a lot of sense. All right, so there's the team. Built the 2673, the infamous 2673. Lamar Jackson, Bryce Young, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Aaron Jones, Travis Etienne, Isaac Gurindo, Roshan Johnson, Puka Nacua, Ladd McConkey, Tet McMillan, Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, Adonai Mitchell, Jalen Naylor, David Njoku, Tucker Kraft, and Mason Taylor, rounding it out on that last draft for the night. If you guys enjoyed, like I said before, make sure y'all drop a like, comment down below what y'all want to see, and I will see you all in the next one. Until next time, I'm off here. I'll see y'all later, and have a wonderful, wonderful night, and